The prophet Malachi, whose name means "my messenger," lived in Jerusalem around 430 BC. His book is the last in the Old Testament and uses a question and answer format that is a dialogue between the Lord and the Israelites. Malachi's prophesied that Elijah would turn the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, is quoted in all four of the standard works. The Jerusalem temple was rebuilt many years before Malachi was a prophet, but he knew how important his calling was to warn the people to rebuild their own relationship with God and make the temple the center of their lives. Malachi chapter 1 begins with the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. The Lord told his people, "I have loved you." But when they remembered their generations of affliction and captivity, they asked, "Wherein hast thou loved us?" The Lord then asked, "Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Yet I loved Jacob and hated Esau, and laid his mountains and heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness." The word hate here refers more to a contrast between those who kept their covenants and those he could not bless because they had rejected him. He said that while a son honored his father and a servant honored his master, where was the honor and fear for him? O priests that despise my name! And ye say, "Wherein have we despised thy name?" Ye have polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, "Wherein have we polluted thee?" In that ye say the table of the Lord is contemptible. They had profaned and polluted the table of the Lord, referring to the altar of burnt offering in front of the ancient temple and to the sacrament table in our own time. Israelite priests from the tribe of Levi were sacrificing blemished and sickly animals in the temple, which thing the Lord had forbidden. He had asked for pure offerings of animals that were perfect and without blemish, that represented Jesus Christ. While the priests went through the motions of offering sacrifices to the Lord, he knew that their hearts and inner motives were not right, and told them, "I have no pleasure in you, neither will I accept an offering at your hand." Malachi chapter 2 warned the priests, who were called to represent the Lord and set the standards of holiness for the people, but were neglecting their service to God. "This commandment is for you, if you will not hear and lay it to heart, to give glory unto my name. I will send a curse upon you, and curse your blessings." He expected these messengers of the Lord of hosts to honor and respect him. The law of truth was in their mouth, iniquity was not found in their lips, and they should turn many away from iniquity. Because they had departed out of the way and corrupted the covenant of Levi, their poor examples had caused many to stumble at the law. Malachi also spoke to those who were marrying outside of the covenant lineage and divorcing their wives within the covenant. "Ye have wearied the Lord with your words. Yet ye say, Wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, Everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Lord, and he delighteth in them, or where is the God of judgment?" The Lord answered them in Malachi chapter 3, "Behold, I will send my messenger," referring to himself, "whom ye seek shall suddenly come to his temple, even the messenger of the covenant," which is another name of the Lord, whom ye delight. Other messengers were John the Baptist, who shall prepare the way before me for the Lord's first coming during his mortal ministry, and Joseph Smith, who prepared the way for the Lord's second coming. Malachi prophesied of the Lord's second coming and asked, "Who may abide the day of his coming, and stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire, and like fuller's soap," referring to his coming to cleanse this earth from those who had polluted it. "He shall purify the sons of Levi, and purge them as gold and silver, that they may offer unto the Lord an offering in righteousness." The sons of Levi were ancient priesthood holders, but we can also present offerings in righteousness to the Lord in our day by keeping our covenants and performing temple work for our families and others. The Lord said he would come near to us to judgment and be a swift witness against those who had violated their covenants, did not fear or respect him, and turned away from him. These would then be held accountable for their actions. Malachi told how the Lord had warned his people, "Even from the days of your fathers ye are gone away from mine ordinances, and have not kept them." He invited them to return unto him, and he would return unto them. When they asked, "Wherein shall we return?" he said, "Will a man rob God? Yet ye have robbed me. But ye say, Wherein have we robbed thee? In tithes and offerings." He said to bring all the tithes into the storehouse. that there be meat in mine house, and prove me now, if I will not open you the windows of heaven, and pour you out blessings that there shall not be room enough to receive it. Many of these blessings are related to the temple, and the sacrifices we need to make to be worthy to enter the Lord's holy house. The Lord promised to rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field. All nations shall call you blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land. Some of the people said it was vain to serve God, and they did not profit from keeping his commandments and ordinances. But another group feared the Lord, and spake often one to another. The Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and thought upon his name. They shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in that day when I make up my jewels, referring to his peculiar treasured or prized possessions. And I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. Malachi chapter 3 ends, Then shall ye return, and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth God and him that serveth him not. Malachi chapter 4 describes the Lord's second coming, and emphasizes the consequences of the sin of pride. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud and they that do wickedly shall be as stubble. The day cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch, referring to the wicked being cut off from the blessings of an eternal family. Malachi taught that because of the Savior's love for Israel and all of his children, he brought physical and spiritual healing to all who came unto him. Unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness, referring to Jesus Christ, will arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall. Just as calves in a stall are safe and protected, the Lord protects and cares for those who fear his name. The Lord said he would tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet in the day that I shall do this. Through faith and obedience in him, we will be able to overcome evil when the Lord destroys the wicked at his second coming. The Lord told us to remember the law of his servant Moses, with its statutes and judgments that he had commanded to him in Horeb for all of Israel. He then said, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. He shall turn, meaning to bind or seal, the heart of the fathers to the children, and the heart of the children to their fathers, lest I come and smite the earth with a curse. Jesus Christ quoted Malachi's chapters 3 and 4 when he visited the Americas. Moroni also quoted them with some variations to Joseph Smith, and said that these prophecies were being fulfilled in the latter days. When the prophet Elijah appeared to Joseph Smith and Oliver Cowdery in the Kirtland Temple in 1836, he said, Behold, the time has fully come, which was spoken of by the mouth of Malachi, testifying that he should be sent before the great and dreadful day of the Lord come. Elijah conferred upon them the sealing keys of the Melchizedek priesthood that open the doors to linking families forever. And this is the book of Malachi in the Old Testament. Look for hidden images located in the video. You can support Ponderfun by visiting our Etsy site with coloring pages and activities, or our Ponderfun.com website and Facebook page to find more fun things to do. Please like and share these videos with anyone you think might enjoy them. Also, please subscribe to this Ponderfun YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and find some time this week to ponder.